What's poppin', guys? I am back with another video, and today I'm going to be talking about why I became pescatarian. So for those of you who may not know, yes, I'm a pescatarian. I've been a pescatarian for about 3 years, I believe, and I enjoy it. I've been pescatarian for 3 years, so obviously I, really love it. So let's get started. The first thing I'm going to touch on is who is a pescatarian. And plainly put, a pescatarian is someone who does not eat meat but still eats fish. Being a pescatarian, you could choose to eat eggs, you could still have dairy if you'd like. But for me, I'm a little different because I do not have eggs and I do not eat any dairy. So I still eat seafood, but no meat, no dairy, no eggs. And the reason why I stopped eating dairy is because I am lactose intolerant, for one. So for years, I have been struggling with milk and dairy products, and I feel like it's about time that I stop putting my stomach and my body through that torture, and I finally gave it up, and I had no issues with that, no qualms whatsoever. I found great substitutions for ice cream, found a lot of dairy-free ice cream, found dairy-free treats, desserts, so I'm good. I'm not missing dairy, not one bit. And when it comes to eggs, I stopped eating eggs because there was no real special reason. It was just there was this one time that I was cooking, I was making an omelet. The eggs were good. Nothing was wrong with them. They weren't spoiled. But for some reason, that day that I was cooking them, I just couldn't stand the smell of them. It just smelled so disgusting to me. It made me feel like I wanted to throw up. So I had to just throw out those eggs, and then when I started thinking about what an egg actually is, I'm like, do I really want to put this in my body? No. So that was the day that I finally decided I'm not going to eat any more eggs. Don't miss it either. I thought breakfast was going to be so boring without eggs, but I'm good. It's not that boring. Still have a lot of good stuff for breakfast without dealing with eggs. So I also wanted to let you guys know, how did I even get the thought, or why did I even choose to become a pescatarian? So first of all, the reason why I became a pescatarian is mainly for health reasons. There was one day that I woke up, and it's not like I just magically felt this way, but for a few months, back in, when was this, 2015, late 2014, early 2015, somewhere around there, I was not happy with the way that my body was feeling. I would wake up in the mornings and I'll feel so groggy. I was lacking a lot of energy, and even though I was pretty slim back then, I just did not feel healthy. I was slim and I was working out, but I still didn't feel healthy, and I felt like I needed to make a change, and I couldn't figure out what type of change I wanted to make or what needed to be changed in my lifestyle for me to feel better, feel more energized. And another thing too, my skin was disgusting. I had such bad acne back then. I didn't even realize how bad it was until I look back at pictures now. I had dark marks, I had a lot of acne on my forehead, on my cheeks, and my hair was a mess. It just felt like my body was just shutting down at that point, and I felt like I needed to make a change. So there was one day that I was just scrolling on Instagram, scrolling on Twitter, and this girl that I like to follow, she's called Frankie. You might know her from the show Washington Heights. That's where I got introduced to her from. She's pretty awesome. But yeah, there was one day that I was scrolling, and she had mentioned that she was pescatarian, and I'm like, I've never heard about this. I decided to do some Google research on that, and I was actually pretty intrigued by what I found. I'm like, this sounds perfect. That was it. I just made the choice that I think this might be what my body needs. So that day, I'm like, no more meat for me. That's it. I'm done. Let's see how this goes. The bad part about that, not really the bad part, but it was the funny part. The day that I decided to become pescatarian was Sunday. And my mom, a Jamaican mom, just got done cooking Sunday dinner. She made curry goat, she made oxtail, she made rice and peas, she cooked cabbage, and what else did she make? She's made like some mixed vegetables. And I broke the news to her. I'm like, Mom, I'm gonna be pescatarian. She was like, oh, what is that? I'm like, no more meat, just seafood. And yeah, so for dinner, I'm not gonna be having anything that you cook except for the rice and the vegetables. And she looked at me like, you telling me you made me cook all this food and you're not gonna eat none of this? I think she was just like annoyed at the fact that she put in so much work this Sunday, and the only person that was gonna be eating the food was her and my dad. But then she, like in a few minutes, she was just like, you know what, I think this is actually good and I want to try it. But she went ahead and ate her oxtails, of course, but that day I did not. I had the rice and peas, I had the vegetables, and that was it for me. I was devoted to this change and I just went for it, and I haven't looked back since. So now, fast forward 3 years later, me and both my parents are pescatarian. We are pretty much on the same diet. They also don't eat dairy, don't eat eggs. And yeah, I can definitely tell you that I have seen a big difference in my body, my skin, my hair, the way I feel, and everything since I have made the change to become a pescatarian. So to touch on the changes that I have seen since I've become a pescatarian, first I'm going to start with my skin. Since being a pescatarian, I have realized that my skin started clearing up. Not instantly, no. It actually started clearing up once I stopped eating eggs and dairy. Once I removed those, that's actually when my skin really started clearing up. And that's when I realized that a lot of what you put in your body affects what comes out. It affects the way your face looks. I have like clearer skin now. I have a nice little glow every now and again. As long as I keep taking care of my skin, I feel like this will just continue. Next, I will talk about my body. Since I've become pescatarian, I have put on a nice little, little weight. It's not little at all. I actually put on a lot of weight. But let's just say it's little. It's cute. I like it. Finally have hips. I have some nice thighs, little booty. So that's cool. I have put on, I would say it's healthy weight, because I've never been this size my entire life, and I like it. I feel a lot healthier. Like, I was so skinny back then. I could not believe how skinny I was. Like, I'll show you guys pictures comparing how I was 3 years ago to how I am now. It was crazy. But yeah. In the very beginning, I realized that my appetite was opening up a lot more since I became pescatarian. Before, I would eat like 2 to 3 times a day and I was good. Never used to eat like a big dinner or anything, but I can't do that now. Like, I get so hungry. When I wake up, I definitely have to have breakfast. After breakfast, I'm eating a snack. Then there's lunch, and then a snack, and then there's dinner, and then I snack on something else. Like, I have such a big appetite now since I've become pescatarian, and I like it. I get to explore and enjoy even more food. Like, I love food, so I do not mind that. And then when it comes to my hair, I don't know if it's just because I started taking better care of my hair, or if it's what I've been eating, or a combination of both. But since I've become pescatarian, my hair definitely looks and feels a lot healthier. Like, it's growing a lot more. It has a nice sheen to it. It's breaking a lot less. Like, my hair just feels healthier. It's thicker and just all around amazing. And also, when it comes to how I feel, remember I told you before that when I woke up 3 years ago, I used to wake up feeling like really groggy. But now that I wake up, I have a lot more energy. I have more energy throughout the day. And I love that part about being pescatarian, like, especially even after I eat. I don't know if you guys notice, but if you do eat meat, sometimes after you eat, or if not all the times, you just want to like sit down and go to sleep. But since I've become pescatarian, I have not gotten that feeling. Like I could eat something and I will be full, but I don't feel like stuffed or bloated, and I don't feel like really tired or get the itis. Like I'm full and I'm ready to take on the world, and it's like, all right, let's go, let's get it popping. Like I love that part. Yeah. So this was a really quick video. I just wanted to give you guys a rundown on why I became pescatarian. If you ever want to know more information about being a pescatarian, or you have more questions about why I became pescatarian, or about my diet and what I eat and how do I just make it through life being a pescatarian, shoot those questions to me, comment below, let me know all the questions that you have, and I'll make another video about that. And I see you watching my video, not subscribing. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like and share with your friends, and comment below, let me know what you think, and see you next time, guys.